Begin with, we have this concept of the people from other planets as little green men. Are they green from what you know? Are they all the same?
Unfortunately, they're not so benevolent.
A fucking alien.
What's good? Welcome Area 51 here with your host Jimmy. Another day in the jungle. Give us a like, subscribe, and also become part of our community. Go there at boxing.com for more news and stories. All right, let's get to this video. So, Shakur Stevenson loses his marbles. Dude is crazy. Okay, so Devin Haney offered him a contract for 25% of his purse, which is not bad considering that right now Shakur Stevenson is ranked number 2 behind Vasyl Lomachenko for the WBC strap. Okay. Now, he should have took that offer, move with it, fight Devin Haney for all the belts, and become an undisputed champion. That's what he should have done, right? But he didn't do that. He pretended like Devin Haney was ducking him when he was the one who didn't even want to negotiate an offer. When somebody sends you an offer, you're supposed to bid for the offer. You're supposed to negotiate the offer. The offer is not the final contract. It's just what they're offering you. When you are trying to purchase something, you're not going to give them the highest bid. You're always going to go to the lowest bid. And then you start negotiating. If it's a low bid, you start negotiating because the other person says like, well, I'm not going to sell it for that cheap. So they start negotiating. So you enter a medium point, right? And that's how you, that's how you start any sort of negotiation. You start with the lowest amount, and then there is a balance point where it's going to benefit both of you. Now, Devin Haney is the undisputed champion, and right now he has all the 4 straps, and you just sent the WBC a petition to make him a mandatory for 50% of the purse. That's outrageous. I mean, that's nuts. Not even Vasyl Lomachenko and Devin Haney. I mean, not even Vasyl Lomachenko got 50% of the purse. But Devin Haney had to basically get on his knees to get that fight with George Kambosos, who also wanted a 2-fight contract for a renegotiation clause for a second fight rematch clause. And after that, Devin Haney had to fight him 2 times in Australia. Dude, you're ranked number 2. You're not even ranked number 1. How are you petitioning for a mandatory? It doesn't make any sense. You should be fighting Vasyl Lomachenko. That's who you should really be fighting. See, you should be fighting Vasyl Lomachenko. But the problem is that Vasyl Lomachenko just openly ducked you and said, I don't want to fight you. Why? Because he says he wants Devin Haney. But he hasn't sent any offers to Devin Haney. And Devin Haney right now just activated his mandatory against Regis Prograis. So that's what he's trying to do right now. WBC right now has got a request from Devin Haney so they can activate his mandatory against Regis Prograis. Like, if you really want to fight Devin Haney for a mandatory, why would you actually request it? This is something I don't understand. You're the mandatory also for the WBO. Why not go to the WBO? Vasyl Lomachenko is actually ranked number 2 after you in the WBO. Versus in the WBC, you're ranked number 2 and Vasyl Lomachenko is ranked number 1. So why not request a petition in the WBO? I don't understand. You are his mandatory there. And that organization, so why not activate it? I just think that I don't know what's wrong with this man, but since he moved up to 135, maybe it's the MB, maybe it's because Devin Haney has all the straps and he just feels like he could have done better. I don't know. Maybe he still is having spasms just because, he moved up in weight and he lost his belts at 130, which must have been a painful experience for him. But at the end of the day, you're in a brand new division. You fought some Japanese dude that nobody knows. And right now, you need to take it. you're not the king in 135. You're not. Right now, Devin Haney has all the belts, and even if you want to fight Gervonta Davis, he's not going to give you half the money. He's not going to do that because even though he's not undisputed, he's the most commercial fighter right now. So I don't know what you're doing, but you really are messing up yourself. You should accept the offer that was given to you for 25% and try to see if you can make that mandatory and make it happen. But do it in the WBO. Don't do it in the WBC because Basil Lomachenko said that he wants to fight Devin Haney. Like I said, I don't understand Shakur Stevenson, man. I don't understand what he's trying to do, but he's clearly lying. And I like Shakur Stevenson. I think he's a great fighter. I always backed him up. I thought he would beat Oscar Valdez easily and soundly, and he did. But right now, he's definitely very. He's acting very weird for no reason, and you're just doing it right after it was announced that Devin Haney was going to activate his mandatory with Regis Pros. Think we're stupid or what? Come on, man. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen, but anyway, it just seems like bullshit to me. Anyway, peace out. Give us a like, subscribe, and become part of our community here on GoldenEyeBoxing.com for more news and stories. And to the next.